Hello everyone, and welcome to The Shadow, the Flame, and the Friendly Barbarian. This story takes place in a fantastical world where two mercenaries have been hired to escort a cleric of the church. This, of course, will be explained at some point during this session, but I kind of wanted to just give you guys a brief description of the characters. I, Kinesis, will be playing Sage. Sage is a relatively average height, average weight rogue, who's, in a word, androgynous. Another player, playing Ulrich, the second mercenary, is... oh geez, how to describe this guy? Just think Hagrid, but like, even more badass. Yeah. The cleric that we have been asked to escort is called Astrirel. She is completely blind. In fact, her eyes were described as being burned off. All three of these characters have their own unique backstories, which hopefully will come out in actual roleplay during the sessions. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this train wreck that is The Shadow, the Flame, and the Friendly Barbarian. It is recording.
Oh, it's recording. Fuck. Shit.
I guess.
I don't have my intro. Whatever. I'll wing it.
You don't have your intro ready? Alright guys, great intro. Let's do it. The stream has begun. Oh god, we suck at this.
Oh, I'm the best. I'm a professional.
Oh my god, I can hear it through Twitch. Alright, the sound works. We know the sound works.
That's progress. Right.
Oh
so,
shit. No,
guys,
no,
great intro.
stop making sounds.
The stream has been...
Oh. Okay, we're good.
Now can I make sounds?
Now you can make sounds.
This campaign takes place on the continent, which hopefully we have a map of. I don't know. That's on you, Mike.
It's up.
Okay, sweet.
I'm not seeing the map.
Are you looking at the stream?
No.
Then sucks to suck.
Where's the stream?
You're making me pull the stream up? Oh my god.
You don't have to pull the stream up. No, I'm just saying it's up on this. Ah!
Look at this self-plugging so he gets views. Look at this.
There's literally nobody watching right now.
I'm not going to watch. I have all of the paper.
I don't know what the map looks like, so you're forcing me to watch it.
Fuck, fine, Kiwi. I'll send you a picture of the map too.
No,
I can
no,
put
no,
here. I'll put a thing in the Discord. I'll put it in the Discord. You know what? Save everyone some time.
The continent has no action because it needs no name because there are no other continents as far as all of you are concerned. Nobody has ever crossed the world's end, nor has anyone ever returned from sailing north or south or east.
Let's do it.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
And the game, in the last, it's just like all of those good, great video games, like the Golden Sun games, where it's like a dark force is rising, ha 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 ha, big opening, and stuff. You guys really don't know about it because you are all currently on a ship. The sun is rising on the beautiful city, Grandiose.
I'm gonna zoom in on that for everyone right now. I'm gonna shoo. Oh fuck! There you go. It's right there. Yeah, it's right there. Grandiose. Yeah.
There you go, guys.
Woo!
Yay! It's teeny tiny and beautiful. Oh wait, nobody can see it. I am. Wow. All right, there you go.
This is a train wreck. I love it.
It's the best train wreck. This is the city of Grandiose. It's going to be there briefly because right now it thinks that it's a token, and so it thinks it's an NPC or like a monster or something. It's not. It's just a beautiful, beautiful city. And
what is Grandiose's initiative?
Nat 20.
Damn it.
All right, it's gone now. And so you are all on a ferry crossed. I have the name of the river. Need a different map.
You are wonderfully prepared for this, DM.
I'm the best. You are all sailing across the Far Rise River.
And so that's where our story begins. We are on
Yes.
a boat
You're on a boat.
in a white field. Just a white field.
Well, no, because your boat's like docking, so you're actually in dockyard.
Oh, so it's docking. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you guys are coming in to dock at the city of Grandy.
We're coming into dock, baby.
And again, like I said, Roll20 decided to delete all of my art, like all of my hard work at lines, so you guys don't get to see.
I am very, very sorry.
It's okay. Anyways, the dockyards here in Grandiose are fucking huge. Like, I'm not even kidding.
I'm sorry. So we are coming up on a massive, epic, like, metropolis.
Oh, I have a descriptor. Let me pull that out. I have like a binder, and I have a notebook. I have a bunch of other books.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to our live stream. Now it starts.
Grandiose is a single sovereign city-state on the bank of the Far Rise River and at the edge of the Sands of Eternity. The city is a bustling cosmopolitan with people of all race and creed occupying it. It is sustained by trade between itself and other great nations, and indeed the Merchant Guild is one of the strongest in the city. Grandiose has no language all its own, rather it is the home of trade speak, the multinational language spoken by most countries in their dealings with others. The city is a water stop for the giant tribes of the desert. These tribes help the guards and the war guilds defend the town against desert orcs.
Wow, I've heard stories about this city, but I never imagined it would be this shiny.
There's so much noise around. Can someone explain to me what I'm seeing?
Well, currently you're probably seeing the backs of your eyelids.
She has no eyes. They were burned out. Oh my lord.
I don't know a lot of burn victims, okay? I don't know how it works.
You're so insensitive!
Sorry, can I retcon that line out?
No.
Okay.
No. The church just docks your
Pay. Yeah.
So, to put into perspective the size of the dockyards, you are in a 300 by 900 foot area. In the southwestern corner of this dockyard area are 3 giant warehouses. However, you are all docking in the northeastern corner because that's where the docks are.
All right.
And then in the northwestern corner, there is a 60-foot wide gate leading into the city because you're outside the city walls, right? So there's a 60-foot wide gate leading where the guardsmen are, like doing custom, more or less.
All right. Well, since I am standing next to our holy lady Astrirel, I place her hand on my arm and apologize for my earlier statement. I was not thinking.
It is okay. Those who are not of the church are often not that kind. I have grown to deal with this strife.
Thank you for your understanding, my lady.
There are even people within the church who are rude.
I mean, there's assholes everywhere. All right, well, I lead her forward and motion to the large marshmallow man.
Where are we going again?
I would assume over there to those gates.
I believe we need to go to the church.
Or there, that works too.
Churches are inside the city.
Okay, to the gates then.
You go to the gates, and there's a little bit of a queue to enter the city. However, luckily, you arrived at dawn. Queue is not yet really fully formed. So you reach the gates relatively easily. And there's just a guardsman, kind of standard RPG guardsman, just a guy who's just, state your business, but like wearing a little bit more like deserty wear rather than like medieval England armor, because they're in a desert, hot as shit. So like he's got like a turban, and he says like all good RPG guardsmen say, what's your business in the city?
I look expectantly at Astrirel before I realize she can't see me, and I'm like, milady, what is our business here?
We just need to go to the church.
What she said.
The guardsman kind of looks you guys up.
Kind soul, would you gladly let me pass?
The guardsman looks you guys up, and blind woman rogue and a half-orc barbarian, and just kind of like the guards mostly eyeing you. You're the people who look mildly dangerous.
I mean, he is like 8 feet tall, so.
Yeah, exactly. Also,
Ulrich gives the guard a very friendly smile.
the city
Ends
has
up being a little menacing, but
the city has problems with orcs. It's while they may be a very accepting people, there is mild racism towards orcs, at least. And the guard says, "Very well, you may enter. Don't cause any trouble."
We'll do our
I
best.
smile in the wrong direction because I am black.
Classic.
I nod and reach my hand off onto the other side of the guard to shake it and bow, but I am bowing at nothing, and the guard looks at me very strange.
I take her, I turn her slightly so that she's pointing at the guard now.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
The guard nods and on your way.
Well,
So, yeah.
in my experience, I haven't had much use for any gods.
It is okay, my dear child. You will come to the light eventually. For the light comes for us all in the end.
That actually sounds a lot creepier than I think you meant it to be.
No, she meant it exactly, that level of creep. It came out exactly as intended.
Alright, moving on.
Alright.
Come on, big guy. And I poke Ulrich in the tummy.
I smile at Ulrich, even though I'm probably smiling at a random person.
he's not gonna squeal like the Pillsbury Doughboy if you poke him in the belly, you know.
That's honestly how I was about to just... Ulrich sounds to me like a mix between the Michelin Man and the Pillsbury.
Oh my god. Oh god, I can't get that image out of my head. Can he throw tires from his stomach?
It's literally the Mr. Stay Puft Man from Ghostbusters.
Oh my god, yes. Perfect. We're unstoppable. All we gotta do is just not cross the streams.
Oh my god. We're so
Well,
good.
yeah, you guys are. Anyway, so gates are open. That's why there's guards. So like it's not like the gates open before it's been open. And you walk out onto a street that is like the gate, 60 feet wide. Off to the sides, there are large support beams holding up ships.
Oh
Like
wow.
parts of ships. So like this, like the dockyards are right outside. They're building new ships in here.
Interesting.
Also. Like the beginnings of new ships.
That would explain why the gates are so large.
Yes. And you go,
I
and
think
it's
this to myself.
and you go forward along the street until it turns slightly. So now you're heading in a bit more westerly direction, and the street widens to 90 feet. And now you're in the middle of like smitheries. Smithies is the word I was looking for.
Are there people around?
My dear sage.
Yeah.
My dear sage, we're looking for a grand cathedral.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard to find.
I do hope we can find it without injury.
Yeah, no, your guys' cleric is currently like probably having an awful time. You guys are in the middle of the smithies, so it's really loud.
Oh
Hammers
dear.
and forges. It's not a fun time for a blind person.
Ulrich, however, looks completely at home.
Yeah, people are just it's almost Disney-esque. People are all like, hammering in time, humming little tunes to themselves. Ahead of you, those of you who can see, do see a massive plaza with a fountain in the center. The plaza itself is very big. I'm going to do more squares counting. 5, 10. So the plaza is numbers.
The plaza is numbers. Alright, I have a picture in my head. What surrounds the square?
Now, what are we describing that's 450 feet again? Because I've already deleted that information.
It's a plaza.
Got it.
What surrounds the plaza are large, mostly multi-story buildings, like 2, 3, and they are all shops. And within the plaza, there are multiple tents and merchant stalls because this is, in fact, Grandiose's famous bazaar.
Oh wow! So what time is it?
It's dawn, so people are currently setting up shop.
Oh, nice.
And in the center of the bazaar, there's a fountain that is 90 feet across. It's a huge fountain.
Ooh, let's go check out the fountain. Gonna lead everyone that way because that sounds cool.
Oh, it is. It's so the
Sage,
fountain.
pray tell what we are doing.
We're gonna go investigate a fountain.
Okay. Astrirel says silently, as learning from her journey, when Sage wants to do something, we do it.
Oh, that's fair. So
She's neither displeased nor content at this venture.
Well, hey, you could always have a different. You could have the big fluffy man lead you around.
I like
Ulrich,
Ulrich.
meanwhile, has kicked off his boots and is playing in the water in the fountain.
Excellent.
that is completely fine. In fact, you see other people are doing similar things. You also see that there are people who are like waiting in the fountain, but are scooping up water.
I wonder what those people are doing. And I'll describe the scene to Astrirel.
I do believe they are getting water that is blessed by the gods.
Ooh. Well,
Ulrich slowly takes his dirty feet out of the fountain.
And they're getting their daily water in order to live, seeing as we're in a very desert area. Please, guide my hand toward the water.
I do so.
And I just move my hands around in the water and then say a small prayer and then withdraw my hands.
I'm just gonna sit cross-legged on the edge.
Well, so you guys can actually spend nobody's telling you you're not allowed to mess around with the fountain. Obviously, a lot of people are doing it. So you can spend as much time here as you would like.
That's fine. We do have a job to do, but I thought I impulsively thought this would be a nice thing to do.
Ulrich is gonna fill up his water skin.
Okay.
Oh shit! I should do the same. I follow suit.
Would the cleric want to fill up her water skin as well?
I would
Ulrich
like
grabs
to.
hers and fills it up.
I just move my head around, taking in all of the sounds around me until I hear the sound of what could be bells, and then I stay faced in that direction.
You listen for a little bit, and then you do catch a sound of bells and turn to face said direction.
Do we notice this?
Yes. Well, I assume so. You've been around her for about 3 weeks now, so you've definitely picked up on a few of her mannerisms.
Which I find interesting. We haven't learned much about each other. What are you looking at, pray tell? Listening at.
I am my dear Sage, I am looking at nothing.
Cool.
I just hear the sound of bells, which reminds me of home. For all church is my home.
All right. Would the church that we're seeking be in that direction, you believe?
I do not have idea. I have never been to this city before. But the church should be grand with high spires, unless things have changed in this area of Grandiose.
All right.
For our mission is a sacred one, and I do believe we should complete it henceforth.
Which reminds me, I don't believe you're willing to be a little more forthcoming about our holy, amazing mission.
There'll be more information as we venture further into the Holy District.
Don't pry. Prying's rude.
Yes, sir.
Assuming there's a Holy District, cough DM.
Cough, sort of cough, but there are chapels, obviously.
All right. Could we perhaps look around at the cityscape to see if we see any of these high spires or church steeples?
Also, DM.
Yeah.
Do any of the commoner people recognize me as a member of the church?
So I don't actually know what you guys are wearing. So I don't know if you're wearing something like, are you walking around wearing like blatantly wear?
I'm wearing my cleric robes and garbs that I wear for holy events and things like that.
I'm wearing a black cloak.
Specifically used for like travel and stuff to denote members of the church.
In that case, yeah.
Okay.
Some people do notice. Obviously, you don't see them see you, but your companion, them, see you.
Okay. Do any of them come up to us?
No. You seem that most of the people are either merchants setting up their stalls, or peasants getting water and then taking it off.
Okay.
I see.
Also, you recall something that one of your superiors within the church, whose name I will get for you forthwith, did say to you before you departed on your mission. And once I get his name, Father Goodbrow.
Father Goodbrow.
Yep, Father Goodbrow. And Father Goodbrow had warned you before you journeyed off that while nobody in Theos should wish you any ill will, for the most part, you should expect for them to not treat you with the same reverence as people within Valius. For, as he put it, verbatim, the heathens there worship nothing but money.
Ah, okay. Understood. I understand our situation a lot better now. Okay.
Have we been told this, her companions?
No.
Alrighty,
no, this was I just told it to her in chat because obviously I want the full immersive experience about just how everything's so
yes, it's very easy for us to get the full immersive experience when we get every third word.
Oh well, I mean that's a Discord thing, not a me.
That's a you thing, because I heard everything he said.
Oh, well, it's your server.
I'm not hearing. I'm hearing this, and it's kind of hard to understand.
I'm saying it's just you guys.
Maybe I should create a server.
Well, you know what? Not right now. Maybe for the next time, because as of right now, we already had enough technical issues.
Yeah, we've had enough technical issues. All right, so.
You're in the bazaar.
The bazaar.
Currently, the cleric is looking towards the west.
All right, well.
What is the time?
It's still dawn.
Dawn.
Like, you guys haven't been. So it's like if you guys arrived at the city at 6, it's now like 6:30.
Okay. So, I guess,
Sage, shall we carry on with our quest?
I guess we shall. Ulrich, shall we? Awesome. Okay, I'll just take that as a yes.
So, from the bazaar, there's the road that you came. Then there's also a road that leads west, and 2 roads that go south. But they go like parallel to each other, and there's only 2 because there's a row of buildings.
So I guess we'll go west.
So again, it's a 90-foot road and 90-foot wide road. And as you travel along it, on the southern side of the road, you a few inns, and on the north side, you see some relatively sizable houses. Over the inns, you can see like but like if you look over the roofs of the inns, you can see spires behind them. However, forward to the west, over some other buildings, you can again see spires. And then, of course, the weirdest thing that you guys see is if you look past the spires behind the inns, you see what you think is a floating tower.
Floating?
Yeah.
Like, suspended off the ground?
Uh-huh.
Oh. I will point that out and say, that does not look normal. That building is flying. Nobody else find this strange. Okay, well, moving on.
So,
do I know what the okay, Nick. You gotta describe to me what the church looks like.
it's just a normal church.
Okay, so it's not the floating building?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just like, does nobody else find this strange at all?
No.
Okay.
So there's a church and there's a floating building?
As far as you guys know, if you're looking for spires to denote a church, you've seen two. And then there's also a floating building.
Okay. Well, describe the two spires again, perhaps, please?
One of the spires you see is more in the southerly direction. Like, you guys, you enter, like, as you're going down the road, you come to a four-way intersection, and one of the churches that you guys are pretty sure you've seen, because you looked and saw spires, is further west towards what you think is a poorer part of town. Then one of the churches is more south, which looks like it's heading towards the more ritzy part of town.
Let's go west.
Ulrich says west.
So you guys cross the intersection, and as you enter what, like, originally you're like, okay, these aren't like great buildings, but they're not awful. As you travel more west, it definitely degrades into like slum-like conditions. To the north of the road, though, you see a very, very large fenced-off graveyard.
Oh.
And then kind of through the ramshackle shacks and everywhere in this part of town, you can indeed see a church.
Could someone please tell me what's going on?
Ulrich has been tugging at his beard this entire time. He looks saddened.
Are we in the right area? Does the church have the same sigil that I wear on?
I don't know. Does it have the same sigil?
You guys aren't actually there yet, so you've not like looked at the church, like any of the fronts of the church yet. You can just definitely see a building that looks like a church.
Well, what does her sigil look like?
A sun.
Awesome. Fucking awesome. All right.
I slowly grow impatient with the standing around, the moving, then standing around, and I just start wandering off in a random direction.
No.
Ulrich kind of grabs at her hand, except, it is like swallowed by his hand.
I look up at him and I say, am I going the right way?
No.
I thought so. Can we go the right way now?
Yes. He kind of tugs her in the right direction.
All right.
I'm just going to follow pensively behind.
So you guys get to the church. And it's not for as magnificent as the rest of the town has been. The church is a little bit lackluster. It's still big. It's 120 feet across the front and 150 feet long. But, like, for how big the rest of the town seems, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a building. And also, the doors are wide open, but on the outside, you don't see any specific symbol per se of religion.
Ulrich goes up and knocks on the open door.
Inside, there's plenty of people inside. Most of them look pretty poor.
I don't believe we're in the right place.
Nonsense. This is exactly what a church should be.
Well, yes, it's a church. I don't think it's the church we're looking for, though.
Could you describe to me the inside of the church?
We're just going to repeat whatever you say.
So the inside of the church has multiple little alcove areas, which you can't really see into that well since you're still standing outside. There's pews, obviously. It's a church. And there's a bunch of people in here who all seem relatively poor, downtrodden. Obviously, none of them are really like starving or wearing rags. Some of them are, but there's definitely people in here who look like they're a little bit wealthier than the other people in there, but that like they're definitely not like nobles. It looks as though it's like all of the really poor people who have no money, and then some of the little slightly less poor people, and then some people from the middle class.
I believe we're in one of those non-denominational churches.
Then we are not in the right place.
Sage is more or less spot on. You're in a non-denominational. It's called like if you speak to one of the priests, they'll explain to you that it's called All's Church, which it's the church for all of the, like poorer people in the city, and they have like shrines dedicated to all the different gods, like of the Greyhawk Panther, of
Upon hearing this information about the roads sounding familiar, I just turn and walk away from the church. Only a few steps and stay. Not sure whether or not that my companions will follow or understand that they are in the wrong place, but I do not wish to be rude to those who are inhabiting a church, for all religions are important.
That's fair. I mean, cleric, Astrirel, there's shrines in there for your faith's gods, too.
But I do believe, talking to my god, the DM, I do believe I was sent here for a specific church and for a specific reason.
Yeah, specific reason, but like they're like, you have to use the clergy that are there. You guys don't actually have like a specific strong point. Like, your faith is powerful enough that it's spread across the continent, but you really only have large cathedrals in your own country.
So do I not have a specific church we're going to?
No, you're just supposed to find a church that has...
You should have told us that! Okay.
So, are we in the right place?
I do believe we are in the right place. Could you bring me to one of the priests who look like they're not otherwise engaged in vernacular with others?
Well, Ulrich is the one holding her hand, so he's like, all right. I'll give him a little pat on the butt, like, all right, go find someone.
Ulrich returns the pat with a little more oomph than expected, and you kind of stumble a bit.
I blush.
The tension builds.
What? There's nothing wrong with liking butt touches.
You're unaware. The D&D campaigns that I end up in almost always turn into a dating sim.
That's pretty accurate for most of my games too.
There's just Sage describing an elf smut book that they read.
Yeah, great story. The thing is that the elves are actually super reclusive. Fun fact: the only reason you guys know that elves are like still a thing in most Eastern countries, like Norlia and like Eastnar and Galios, elves are kind of considered more mythological. Ooh. Whereas Valius and Caspia are like, yeah, no, elves exist. They live in the forest. It's our border. And like, that's the only reason that we're not at war with each other right now is because Caspia is like, we kind of don't want to have to push through that forest because we don't want to make the elves that angry.
Huh.
Anyway,
moving on.
Fun history fact. Yeah, Kiwi's country hates Caspia.
It's my country too. My country, 'tis of thee.
Yeah,
Sweet
okay,
land
your
of
guys'
liberty.
Your guys' country. Fun time forever.
All right. So, where were we?
In a church.
leading me to talk to someone.
Oh yes, butt touches and going to talk to
Touches,
church.
dating Sims, and church.
Got it.
Sounds
Church.
like a weekend. All right, so you guys are now in the church, and Kiwi goes over to a priest, priestly figure.
We are in a church.
Ulrich, you can leave me now if you so desire.
No.
Ah!
God damn it!
No, you're
We
good.
are now in a church. Aw.
You fired.
All right.
Actually,
So
wait, no, I can't say you're fired. That's no longer the official Celebrity Apprentice line.
now we're in a church.
Oh, wait. So I remember that when we were discussing official rules about things that we are and aren't allowed to talk about on the stream, and you said I couldn't be political. How political am I not allowed to be?
Something that could potentially. Don't be a dick.
Okay, all I was gonna say is Arnold Schwarzenegger runs the Celebrity Apprentice now,
Oh my lord.
and rather than saying fired, you've been terminated.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, I wander around.
Oh, okay, yeah, no,
Priest.
there's a
From one level of bad to another level of not as bad.
So I find a priest who recognizes my denomination. Yes.
yes. Here is the.
yes.
Oh my
here is
God!
your- Here is your priest.
I turn to my companions and caution to them: you can leave me now if you so desire, or you can stay.
Actually, you know what? I don't like that priest. We've got a better priest.
Is our
Catholic priest.
is our job? Oh God, is our job done? Are we? Is this all we had to do? I mean,
No.
I mean, technically.
have we been paid yet?
No.
Then I'm not moving.
I'm just gonna like motion to Ulrich, like over to like a corner where no one else is.
Ulrich turns around and covers his ears, but he doesn't move.
The priest and I walk off to a far corner of the church.
I'm just gonna.
But before I do this, I caution to them that they will be paid. I just need to take care of something.
I'm gonna just poke him in the stomach. What are you doing? Take your hands off your ears.
We have a job, and our job is to watch the lady.
Well, yes. Is our job done yet? I'm not. It wasn't exactly very specific.
I just want to watch the lady.
Oh, okay. Let's watch the lady.
So I talk to the priest. What does the priest tell me?
Well, like he says, "Welcome to All's Church. How may I?"
I was sent here by Father Highbrow, Lowbrow.
Good brow.
Good brow. You really should have written this down for me. Oh God.
Highbrow, lowbrow,
Middle brow.
unibrow, Father Unibrow.
Look at all the priest tokens, guys.
Oh my God,
Priest.
they're
Stay on
everywhere.
topic! Tell me. I explained to him my charge and my mission, and ask him if he has the money that was sent to this church for payment.
Yes, of course. The Valiant Church, of course, did send forward.
Hold on.
package
Can I roll a listen check to see if I can hear this from across the building?
Sure. And mind you,
I mean, isn't it a very crowded building with a lot of people?
So
Yep. It's gonna be a high roll. It'll have to be a high roll.
Well, I'm gonna try.
He can
where's my
try.
Listen. Okay, hold up. The first roll of the game.
Dun dun dun.
I don't even know how to do this.
Like that would be great if this were 5e, where like a check of 30 is like a godly feat. This is 3.5, whereas if you roll like a 100 on a swim check, you can swim up a water. So, yeah, no, you don't hear them.
Damn
It's
it.
a very loud, crowded church. You got a 13. You're not gonna.
Okay, so we can't hear it. Moving on.
But yeah, no. Can we?
So I asked him if he has a payment for the.
Yes, he says. Yes, of course. The Church of Valleys did in fact for the payment package, Church did in fact send for their payment package as for your friend. Magic.
I couldn't hear shit just now.
No, you did good. You couldn't hear it in game either. Payment.
Okay, so I reach out my hand.
Oh, and I guess he provides it to you. Oh, actually, he has to go get it. It's not like they just walk around with.
Okay, so I guess I follow him.
He says, "Return to your friends." He'll be right back with the payment.
Okay, I ask him before he goes for any assistance in my charge, or if has there any word gotten back from Father Goodbrow of change in my charge.
No.
I turn and walk back the way I came. Very, very, very elegantly. So I'm back with my friends, or companions. He is getting our payment forthwith. You can choose to leave me now or continue to assist me in my charge of bringing hope and missionary to these people.
So, the priest returns.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so sorry guys, whoever is even watching this, we had some technical difficulties, but we think we have them fixed. So,
the priest returns at commercial break.
All right, the priest returns. Yay. Boodle-doop.
And he comes back with a pouch of Mooney. And he says, "Now, this is the payment as was delivered to us to deliver to you." I'm like saying this to you too. And so he hands over a pouch that has 200 gold in it.
To each of us, or just total?
Total.
All right.
He promised 100 gold salary for your journey.
Alrighty. I guess I'll pull out my 100 and stick it in my belt.
I take the sack and put the rest in it disappears underneath my beard into my coat.
It's a good place to hide things. I wish I had a beard.
There's a lot of things in that beard.
Yeah.
Squirrels.
No, he pulls out a little baggie full of mince pies.
It's definitely something I would keep in my beard.
Handing them out to the people who look particularly hungry.
Lovely.
They love you. They've not eaten in a while, so they're happy.
I'm just gonna stand there with Astrirel, because I guess we've been rehired as bodyguards again. So I guess I'm still there.
Have you agreed? Because the priest is telling Astrirel that, as far as he knows, that the best place for her to do missionary work would probably be in the guild plaza.
Well, I mean, we did escort. I guess I'll turn to her. Well, we have escorted you here, and we have been paid. I guess if you need any more of our services, you are perfectly welcome to request them. Anytime now.
I'm not leaving a blind woman to walk around this giant city.
So I guess Ulrich is going to guilt me into staying. All right.
I'm sticking.
I thank you, Ulrich. And I reach for his hand and hold it.
Now the priest.
You missed his hand. You ended up with your hand in his beard.
There's a severed hand in his beard.
No, there's not.
I tilt my head and I sigh. I will get the hang of this one day. You are very tall. You are very tall.
It's the tolls versus the smalls.
And then I turn and I guess we make our way to the Guild Plaza without any further charge. I thought it would be more exciting than this.
I mean, I kind of didn't say whether or not I was going to stay or not. I was just...
Well, Ulrich is going with me.
I'm standing there in the church still, like, what do I do now?
What's on you, bro?
Oh god, indecision. This is actually me role-playing. Oh god. Wait! And I'll just run after them.